some coffee or tea and get ready for day 2 of my financial fitness bootcamp to get us all in the best financial shape before 2025. Day 1 was all about figuring out our cash inflow, how much money we're making each month so we know exactly how much we have to work with. Day 2 is going to be figuring out one piece of our cash outflow, which is our expenses. And I'm going to give you some tips on how much you should be spending on your living expenses each month. I'm going to be using my budgeting template with my real own budget as an example. It's linked in my bio if you want to check it out. Otherwise, you can just make your own. Now that you have figured out your monthly post-tax income, you're going to input that at the very top of the budget, and then you're going to input all of your living expenses in this purple bucket or pink bucket. Also going to want to include any debt payments that you have each month. I have my car payment up here, but if you have credit card debt, student loans, anything like that, you want to add to this section. Then at the bottom, you're going to get your total for your monthly living expenses. Something that I like to do in addition is add a 5% buffer to that number to account for any unexpected, larger than expected one-off bills that may arise from month to month. And this just makes sure that we're being conservative and we're totally covering all of our living expenses with our budget. The very last cell on this table is going to tell you what percent of your take-home pay your living expenses are coming to, including that buffer that we added in. The budgeting rule of thumb is that your living expenses should be no more than 70% of your take-home pay. This is to make sure you have enough for your savings, investments, and spending money, which we'll cover in these next few days coming up. Now, if your total comes to above 70%, I'll be sharing some tips later on how we can tweak our budgets to make them better. But for right now, don't worry about it. The focus is on just setting up our budgets and knowing how much we're spending.